YouTube. Sorry I've not had any videos out the last couple of days. I've just been absolutely shattered. That wee holiday's been taking me a few days to recover. Like, yeah, so this, you've seen me play this before. This is a gretsch. And so's that. So the difference is, I think it's about more than a grand anyway. This is a Chinese one. This is it's a signature model by some dude. Chinese one, and that one is a dual jet. The videos for these will be in the listing, but this I think is about 500-600 quid. That's like 1,500 or maybe more. I can't remember exactly, but a big difference, and they both kind of look the same. Bigsby 2. Well, this one, the Japanese one, has TV Jones stamped pickups. This has pickups that look like them, but they're cream and don't say TV Jones on them. Filtertrons, perhaps? Something like that. So that's me straight into my orange TH30, which actually, as a little side note, I was in Blitzkrieg yesterday and Tony's got the head version of it. And see this bit of white tape I put on it? That's the size of the head. So basically the extra speaker just gives you an extra that much. And that gives you basically exactly the same amp, but it's got a speaker in it in case they don't have one at the gig. So I think the head's actually more expensive than the combo as well. So I'm going combo. Combo doesn't look as cool sitting on top of that looks pretty cool sitting on top of the 3x12, has to be said. But yeah, I would just buy the combo one, assuming that even if they were the same price, I'd probably still buy the combo one, because you're only saving that much. Still going to be a pig to carry, but it means you don't need a speaker cab. You can still obviously just do what I've done now. You just unplug the internal speaker and plug anything else in, exactly the same as what the head is. The other thing I've talked about this again before, it's upside down, so I've got the on off buttons on this side there. If you imagine flipping the whole head upside down, because the valves on this one hang down behind the speaker, that's why it has to be that size, where that line is. Yeah. But anyway, I'm using that. That's the neck pickup, bridge pickup. Bit of reverb on. Let's put a back in and see if it's going to be noticeably different. I wasn't really that impressed with this one when I was playing it a couple of weeks ago, but I did like the other one, and I think maybe it's more just a style thing, getting used to what it is you're meant to actually do on it rather than actually being a good or not good guitar. It's a bit more chordy. Both pickups. Neck. British sound. Bridge. It seems really nice. I couldn't have told you. It feels like a Samick guitar. I think China's really moved on. Mind you, this is not a cheap guitar. And these strings are not staying in tune. Because I looked at the Bigsby. No, but I mean, totally perfectly solid. And I quite like it. It does have a couple of extra features which the Japanese one doesn't have. It's got the strap buttons you kind of unscrew, put your strap on and screw them back on again, which is pretty cool. I think that's more of a sort of vintagey thing, which the real one doesn't have. So I don't know how obviously different. I've never played the two of these one after the other quite in quick succession before, and I've not actually been playing the guitar for the last couple of weeks really, or not any of my guitars, and the only one of mine I've played is the Corker. So immediately this is much lighter. I am going to have to tune it though, or at least check that it's in tune before I do anything. Immediately this is much lighter than that one. I will weigh them. I bet you it might not necessarily be that much different. Oh. It's also got a floating bridge. But so far these are not things that distinguish quality level at all. This is a design choice. This is obviously not the same model as that one. Right. Instantly the pickups have more bite to them. They're much more present in the face. Again, these pickups are set so high, it's like you can pure hit the strings off the pickups. I'm actually going to lower that a bit. It's just too high. It was the same on the other guitar as well, and it was me that set them up. That's not the pickup height adjustment. Is it that screw there? Well, there you go. I didn't know it did that, but... So, yes, it does feel more expensive. I'll give it that. Much thinner neck as well. would say that I prefer the position of the Bixby arm on this one. See, it's kind of hanging out. You can't even really see it. Sticking out kind of more where you'd expect a Strat one to be. This one's sitting pretty low. I kind of want that. I'd rather that was sitting here. But I don't think anyone's going to pick up the two of these guitars and not know which one is the expensive one. Maybe not so obvious by looking at it. Obviously, looking at it, you'll probably see this is it's a more vintagey looking Bigsby, and it says TV Jones in the pickups, but it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe you can kind of tell looking at the wood. It just looks a bit nicer as well, but it is much more expensive. I kind of wish I'd been showed this without being told beforehand it was a Japanese one, because now I'm going, that just totally feels like a Japanese guitar, but that's because I know it is. So now I'm feeling all the sort of Japanesey things, whereas I don't know whether that's actually the case, or just because I know. But it seems like you kind of get this when you go from like a Squire to a Fender. It's kind of it's the same sound and it's the same feel, but it's quieter and louder at the same time. The pickups are much more dynamic, much more clearer. This one also has Sperzel tuners on it. Made in Japan, JT05. Yes. I wonder if it'd be more obvious when I go back. They don't seem that different, but I guess it's one of those things. I bet you might not be able to hear the difference on this video, and in fact you might not. I dare say that if you're watching a band, you're not going to be able to tell the difference in sound between the two guitars. They're both ballpark, and once you're in a mix with drums and singing and all the other stuff that goes on in a band, I don't think there's going to be that obvious which is which. Neck pickup, I'd say it's a bit more muffled sounding with the bridge. Okay, it's quite a big difference. this pickup sounded like the neck pickup in that. I wonder if that's in my head. My God, this neck's like a baseball bat now. First time I played it in 3 weeks. Truss rod, this one's moved again. I need to let some more out it. It's just on the edge of spankiness. Not too bad. My God, our guitar's different. This one weighs an absolute ton compared to these two. Yeah, so I don't really know. I mean, yes, I suppose if you've got the money, you buy the more expensive one. But it does. This cuts in again. If that's really the guitar you want, you know, your dream guitar is the Gretsch Jet because of George Harrison album cover or whatever it was. I suppose, but you just get down to the situation of where you could literally buy a few different guitars and that for the price of that one. So I suppose if you've not got enough room and you've got, it's the same guy that Bones offered him, so he's gone for the both option. I'm not sure which one I would keep. Obviously, the Japanese one's a better guitar, but the difference I felt in sound between the two was it was much louder and clearer. But you could probably just put the amp up a notch, and it would make up for that. Or if you're using that guitar and another guitar, like on stage, just have a separate governor pedal or a wee boost pedal that you just have on when you've got that guitar on, just to make it the same volume as whatever your other guitar is. So it should be back to normal. I've been trying to edit together some of the footage from New York, and there's just tons of it. There's just hours, and I just can't be bothered. It's really doing my head in. But I will be back tomorrow night for a live stream. Hopefully be a bit less lethargic. I need to make sure get the all black guitar wall's getting a bit old. It's like I like bright coloured guitars, so I think I'll be J-Packs in the area. I'm waiting for that truss rod to settle in that one there, and I've got my 7-string back, which I've got a wee bit of work to do in the neck pocket. Get some colour in. But then again, I'm tempted just to spend the rest of this afternoon playing this guitar. I do have to take the neck off again and just give it a bit more truss rod. It's just that on the edge of spankiness. I think what I've fallen into the age-old thing of setting the guitar up too much like a Formula 1 car. Whereas like if it's cold, it's dull, it'll move. Or if it's hot, it'll move. Or if you do anything, it'll move if you breathe at it wrongly. So maybe don't try and set it up with absolute super precision. Maybe just have it set up a little bit more normal. Oh, one more thing before I go, I'm going to measure the weights of the two of them, because I said that one came in at 4 kilograms, I think, wasn't it? I can't remember. Which we were classing as a heavy guitar. This one I reckon was hitting. It's not the right measuring implement. The right measuring implement is the scales. I suppose technically I should be taking the strap off of this. Having to unscrew the end bit to get it off. Bear with me. Because it turned out, it made a big difference when I had a wee, I don't know if you'd call it a competition. Oh, by the way, Jen's done a competition. You can win a scratch plate. So if you go to our page and see the thing, share it with somebody who doesn't already know about her, and then maybe get her some more followers. You can win a cool scratch plate. .81. So 20 grams heavier than the. I can't bother taking. No, this one doesn't have to. They don't have to unscrew things. So that was 3.8, and this comes in at 3.81. I don't remember correct. .35. So I mean, it's lighter. From memory, I think this was just over 4. 4.01 with the strap and the lead on it. But I think I seem to remember that come down to 3.9 when I took the strap and the lead off. Just go for the benchmark with which all guitars have to be, because this is just the best guitar in the world. It's a light one, 3.3. Well, there you go. It just goes to show that the difference between a really heavy one. I would have classed that. You know, if you handed me that guitar and go, oh, it's light at 3.3, and the corker is heavy at 4. So there's not much of a window in there. Like and subscribe if you can be bothered, and I will lots of videos coming up, and I might just put them out in higgledy order. I don't even know. And we'll get back to normal eventually, I hope. Oh God.